watching Rogers TV.
Welcome to Daytime Ottawa here on this Friday. Two things I want to start off. First of all, I want to mention our Mother's Day contest continues. I'll give you all the details at the end of the show as we wrap things up. And secondly, it is National Volunteer Week. And for those of you that do not know, we are a volunteer-driven television station. Every single show you watch here on Rogers TV, behind the scenes, even some of them in front of the camera, they are volunteers. We could not put this show on. We could not do Ottawa 67's hockey. We could not do all of the shows that we have here on Rogers TV without these wonderful people that we're going through. We just had a volunteer appreciation dinner and games night here at the station, and all the volunteers came out. A big thanks to the staff who went out there. Unfortunately, I had another event, so I apologize to all of my fantastic volunteers that I couldn't make it out that day, but we had such a wonderful time. Everybody got together, ate some great food, played some board games, and had so much fun. So on behalf of all of us at Rogers TV, to all the volunteers here, and of course all the volunteers right across the community who put in so many hours in helping out so many charitable organizations, nonprofit organizations, hats off to you. And hats off to my first guest. Miriam Pearl is back. She's the owner and recipe developer of Delicious Without Gluten, and we're talking Passover today, just around the corner, right?
Absolutely.
We're a week away,
We're
right?
actually super late. I mean, we have a what do you call it when you skip a year? A leap year.
Oh yeah, it's a leap year.
So
that's right.
actually, usually
so
it's Easter,
that's right.
Passover. But
Right.
Passover is this Monday night.
Yeah.
Monday night and Tuesday night are our Seders, which is where the whole family gets
It's
together.
April 22nd. Yeah,
Yes.
sorry. Yeah,
yes,
you're right.
Yes.
Okay.
And on Passover, obviously, we recreate the whole getting out of Egypt as slaves into, trying to get out of there on time before Pharaoh says, you come back, I'm going to take you back. We went away with unleavened bread.
Right.
So everything is kind of flat. There's nothing. There's no yeast bread. It's all flat stuff, and it's
like
dry.
lots of crackers. Yeah.
So for Passover, we like to make things obviously with a lot of eggs because eggs whip things up.
Yeah.
And then you get a lot of stuff that's kind of just flat.
Yeah.
And dry.
You're not wrong. My best friend growing up, Gary Fields, he and his family do it, and I remember eating matzah brai, right? And gefilte fish, which is like the gray ball of fish, which is actually quite delicious. But when you look at it, you go, Gary, I don't know, man. I'm here to help you celebrate, but that looks, I don't know. And it was fantastic.
We're actually going to do two different things.
Okay.
The first one, we're going to do an assembly for making a dessert. So this is something that you can use, Passover, not Passover. It's the kind of thing that you can whip up at home. I have all the recipes of the different parts of this recipe on my website. So we start off with a brownie with a dry cake. Yeah. With some
we
coffee
moisten
syrup.
it up though later. Don't worry, everybody.
With coffee, because this is called a tiramisu-ish cake.
Okay.
And then we have the whipped cream, and I topped it off by using matzah covered with some chocolate and some caramel.
Nice.
Okay.
Gary, where was this when I celebrated with you?
So I'm going to show you how to assemble.
Okay.
So I don't know if you know how to make one of these.
I do not.
Okay. So basically, you take some parchment paper, and we actually draw this this.
Okay, yeah.
And then we cut around it, and then try to let it sit inside so that all the corners are done. And the reason I have these little things here is because after we have to freeze it so it all melds together.
Okay.
And then once it's frozen, then we take it all out like this.
You see?
You're
brilliant.
So
this is why I have you on the show. she knows what she's talking about, unlike me.
So we have the Passover brownie on the bottom, and I have a recipe. This is amazing. It's very, very dense and nice. And basically, we want to fill the bottom with brownie. Okay. So I sort of sliced it in half. Usually, it's this twice as thick. Okay. But I'm going to cut it up so that it fits. It doesn't have to be perfect, and even if you have extra spaces, you can like take pieces and like just press it down.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I like that.
Not to worry.
Pretend it's like Play-Doh.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a little, what is this, maple syrup?
So this is our coffee syrup.
Oh, this is the coffee.
It's tiramisu, remember?
Yes, yes.
Stay with it.
I'm with you.
Okay, just checking. So what we're gonna do is moisten it up, right? Because you want coffee flavor.
Right.
It's just basically simple syrup, which is half water, half sugar, and then added some coffee.
Okay.
Instant coffee.
Gotcha.
Okay. So now we're going to do the same thing with the cake. So this is a cake that I buy every year. You can get it in different flavors.
Okay.
And if you have a cake that you want to make, that's also fine.
Right.
I just kind of like it fits, right? So I like that.
Oh yeah, nice.
And so, you can, I'm using a small one right now, but you can use
like the
a
marbling
circular,
on that, yeah.
you can use whatever you want.
Right, you can use any kind of pan.
As long as it's dry, but you can pretty much, know that it's dry when it's passed over.
I guess it's important too that you have something deep like this, right?
Yes.
You don't want to use
and the
a shallow.
higher that you have, like if you have one of those big round deep ones,
yeah.
you can just pile it up there.
Sweet.
But you need the flaps, otherwise, and again,
Keep the flaps, friends.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Or you can just use it like a trifle if you wanted.
Right. Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So then we're going to go back and do this, but I'm not going to pour it in this time. I'm actually going to just.
So you don't want to soak it completely? Is that the reason?
You want to soak it as much as you can, but if you do too much, then Passover stuff is like made out of potato starch. It'll disintegrate.
We don't want that. Let it disintegrate in your stomach, not in the pan.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
So now we put our whipped cream inside.
Oh man, this is so good.
Then we're gonna pile on a second layer.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna do this kind of fast because whatever. There we go. And then I'm going to take the second one.
You're doing another layer of cake. I got you.
Yeah, another layer of cake. We finished with the brownie. So another layer of cake, and you can sort of, tighten it all up and again. You do this again, and then you put on the whipped cream one more time, and then we can decorate. So at this point, once the actual whipped cream is on the top, you're going to stick it into the freezer, and you're going to let it all settle. And then once it's already finished, then you can just whip it out like this.
Yeah.
You're gonna
this looks so
lift it, see it lifts up.
Yes.
Okay.
That is
and then,
brilliant.
Yeah, and I took this one over here just to show you what it looks like inside.
Right.
So you could make like a very long one. I was gonna put 2 of them. And then what I did is I took some Passover, gluten-free matzah.
Yeah.
So these are the cake and that's the,
this is the cake you used?
Yeah, that's the cake. And so, it doesn't matter which cake.
Yeah, I know. It's just nice to see that you can cheat, you don't have to do a homemade one.
Exactly, because if you bring that home and then you're going to serve that for a big dinner, it's like, not so nice.
Yeah.
So...
You've cheated your family and friends.
It's a big cheat.
Right.
But then what you're going to do is you're going to make the matzah with the caramel and all the drizzle, and you chocolate like this, and then you break it off and you put it on the top. And then you do that last minute.
That's after you've taken it out of the freezer.
Yeah, then this will just get soggy.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's our Passover recipe that actually you can bring to whether it's Passover or not Passover, but it just really helps a lot of people because
no kidding.
It's really hard to make a Passover dinner with
and especially a dessert can be tough.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But this, listen, this would wow your guests, man.
It tastes really good. I have to say
because I can smell how good it tastes.
Yeah, because it's the coffee that really does that. But if you don't like coffee, you can certainly do a simple syrup, or you can do a chocolate syrup, or you can use your imagination. Let's say you don't like chocolate and you want to do like a strawberry one.
Yeah, for sure.
So you can use like vanilla cake with a strawberry jam inside. Use your imagination.
Absolutely. You're sticking around for another segment. What are we doing for the next segment?
We're going to be doing.
Are we doing egg rolls?
Yes.
Oh my
yes,
gosh.
We're making
I love
Passover egg rolls. Unheard of.
They're unheard of, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Miriam Pearl, delicious without gluten, back with some homemade egg rolls right after this. This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
Public transit, garbage pickup, parks and recreation programs, snow removal on your street. How can you stay informed about these and other important local services? Tune to City Council coverage on Rogers TV. See your community leaders at work on Rogers TV City Council coverage.
We know how amazing moms are, and just in time for Mother's Day, here's an opportunity to tell us how great she is and make her eligible to receive an exclusive makeover package. Just send us a few sentences telling us why your mom is so special and why she deserves a free professional makeover. The winner will receive an incredible makeover prize pack consisting of makeup and hair care services courtesy of Bruno Racine's Salon and L.A. Barrett. They have both worked with some of the biggest stars in North America.
Hi, I'm Paula Roy, and it's my pleasure to welcome you back into my kitchen for another season of Paula Roy's Favorite Foods. My approach to food is pretty straightforward. Fancy is fine, but when you're in a time crunch or have a really hungry and patient family to feed, I say simple recipes made with wholesome ingredients that you probably have on hand are the best. And that's exactly what you'll find on Paula Roy's Favorite Foods on Rogers TV.
Learn all about the creation of the National Capital Region on The History of Ottawa, according to Phil Jenkins, on Rogers TV.
You're watching an interesting local show on Rogers TV and you want to know more. That's when you head to rogerstv.com. Our website provides more information about our programs, our hosts, our schedule, and about how you too can get involved with Rogers TV. Visit us online at rogerstv.com.
Hey, welcome back. Whoa! Oh my goodness, I was doing like a Saturday Night Live 3D skit there for a moment. My goodness. Hey, welcome back to the show. If only you could see the craziness that goes on between segments here. Miriam Pearl back here, owner, recipe developer of Delicious Without Gluten. We won't tell them what's going on here, okay? Let's just pretend everything runs smoothly on this show. All right. We're doing some homemade egg rolls, something I have never done before.
So what happened was I was just in my kitchen trying to make an egg roll, and I realized I was using cassava flour and tapioca flour, and it's grainless, right?
Right.
Paleo, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, I went to the store for Passover to get all my groceries, and I saw a cassava flour kosher for Passover, and I thought,
perfect.
what a great idea.
Okay.
So I'm going to run through this very fast because we have a lot to do.
Grain-free flour alternative. Okay.
Yes. So
gotcha.
what we're going to do is actually put in we're doing like 100 grams. I made this recipe so it's like 100 grams of this and 100 grams of that. So I have 100 grams of the cassava flour and 100 grams of the tapioca flour.
Okay.
And actually 100 grams of the sweet potato.
Oh, okay.
So you might think, oh, sweet potato.
Yeah,
it's kind of weird,
kind
right?
of unusual for
it's a little
baking.
Funky, yeah.
But not for my friend Miriam Pearl.
No. So basically, we have to add some water. The reason why you have this sweet potato in there is because otherwise it would be a white egg roll wrapper.
Oh, I see. So this is really just for color?
And no, because we use a lot of
flavor.
yes, and also it's a little bit sweet, right?
Oh yeah,
sweet
of course.
Flavor.
Hence the sweet potato name.
That's right.
I'm catching
it's got
up to you.
a little flavor. I forgot to add some salt. So it's the two different flours plus some salt and some water. That's it.
And I guess the water is just until you get your right consistency. You don't necessarily have a perfect measurement of that.
I do actually. It's 200 ml. I didn't put it all in because I was worried like if it's too much.
Gotcha.
So I'm just going slowly.
Okay.
So basically all I'm doing is making the dough.
Okay.
Okay. The dough is going to look like this, and I usually refrigerate the dough when I'm not, when I feel like making it, I'll make it. But this is
How long would it last in the refrigerator? Like a week?
Not that long because it's sweet potato is watery, and then it'll get a little bit watery.
Yeah.
So we're pretty done.
Okay.
That's it.
That's pretty simple.
Pretty simple.
I can do that.
So I actually need a little space here.
Okay.
I brought some things to fill our wrapper, so you keep that over there.
You got it.
And I stuck my sweet potato just to show you that that's what it is. But what we're going to do is, usually I would just like knead it and roll it, and then measure about 55 to 60 grams.
Okay.
Little balls like that.
Oh yeah, because you got your little scale there, right?
Yeah,
if you have a scale,
exactly. I brought that. But we'll see if we have time.
Yeah. Okay.
So So yeah, we don't have everything that I need here. So I think I'm going to put on. I'm missing a brush, but here.
There it is.
I have a brush here.
Yeah,
Look at that,
okay.
handy dandy, saved by the bell.
Okay.
So I'm going to actually put on some olive oil.
Okay.
Onto both sides. Now it's an egg roll, right? It'll get
so
fried.
So you can buy
possibly.
these rounds of parchment paper.
Yeah.
I've never seen those.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, usually what I do is I take a larger one. So sorry about that. I usually take a bigger one because I like to have extra room to pick it up.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Makes sense.
But
Gotcha.
I'm just using this one for now.
Yeah.
And you put your little ball in the center, and then you put another parchment paper, which I just covered the parchment paper. Go, Miriam, go.
Listen, Miriam, it's live television.
I'm telling you, it's been a day. It's been a day.
We're not doing surgery here.
So,
it's just television. No one's going to get injured.
I just really want people to see how easy this is.
Yeah.
The whole reason why we're putting this oil on, and I'm using, have you ever used a tortilla maker?
No, I love this.
So this is like a cast iron one, like you just actually press and it's like already done. So my little ball in 2.5 seconds.
Boom.
Boom.
Nice.
Okay, so I put a lot of oil because I don't really want to, you want to get it as thin as possible. You don't want an egg roll wrapper to be thick.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
And you can use a rolling pin and like continue rolling it, but see how it slides off?
Oh, that's nice, yeah.
Okay, so I actually warmed up this
pan,
frying pan that
ready
you
to
see
go.
it's kind of smoking. So let's kind of like reduce that.
Okay.
And you just kind of put it on.
It's pretty simple. All right.
So I'm actually going to just take the paper off and slide it right off like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's easy.
So that's like the whole thing. Basically, we're going to wait a few minutes.
Okay.
Well, not a few minutes, but like a minute or whatever. And we're going to flip it over.
Okay.
Actually have a spatula.
That'll be helpful.
That'll be very helpful because I was wondering where it was.
Listen, if it doesn't work out, it's okay, right? It turns into a viral video.
Exactly,
right?
exactly. And I'll just show you over here, which I didn't get a chance to set up. I use the parchment paper, and I make them, and then I layer them.
And then you keep them so that they stay
keep
separated.
them warm,
Yeah.
and then I actually freeze them.
Okay.
I can, because I simply have to freeze it and then warm it up in the microwave, and it's very pliable.
Okay.
So I will show you that in a second. So you see what there, it has like a little bit of translucency. That's because it's not fully baked.
Okay.
And then this is when I just stuck it in the microwave.
All right.
And you can see from frozen that as I just put all of them on, see, they're all pliable again.
Yeah, and that's what you need, right? Because you want to do the perfect roll.
Exactly.
Right.
So now we're going to put this on the side.
Okay.
Because I'm going to show you how to bake the wrapper.
Let's do it.
Let's go. So on your side, please.
Sure. Yeah.
And we need the tortilla. Okay, so it's
You've
good
got
enough.
chef hands, obviously.
All right, so there we go. So we're gonna, it's okay, it's good.
It's okay.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually stick on this
All right.
filling. So
do you have these recipes on your website?
I do.
Okay,
I do.
deliciousswithout.com, by the way, before I forget.
And before we run out of time.
Well, we're about 45 seconds away from it, so that's fine.
Okay. I'm just gonna roll it over.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna put, the two ends like this. And then roll it around.
And you're ready.
That's it. Now, when you're finished that's exactly like it is over there, you see?
Yeah.
And then you can either fry it, you can stick it in the air fryer during the year if you want.
Oh, okay,
so that
that's a
actually
great
is
idea.
very good.
Yeah.
Or you can just eat it. My kids like it just like this, honestly, like a wrapper.
Right.
And then you can dip it with your sauce, and then you can also put some oil in the pan and then fry them.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Well,
So-
yeah, just
and
not too
inside-
much, right? Because you want it. I know, but I guess you could
crunchy
a
on
little
the
bit of
outside.
crunchy. Yeah.
But inside here was just very simple. I just put in some coleslaw, like a bag of coleslaw, a bag of carrots, some
Fantastic.
coriander, some onions, and whatever. And then you can put chicken inside and whatever else you want.
Miriam, always a pleasure. Happy Passover to you and
Thank
your
you.
family, and to you at home. We'll be back with more Daytime right after this. Don't go anywhere.
All right.
This is a perfectly healthy child. What's unhealthy are birth alerts, a racist practice that may stop this Indigenous mother from going home with her newborn. Become an ally. Rise above racism in healthcare.
My Uncle Cheney was one of over 150,000 Indigenous children that were taken to residential schools between the 1800s and 1996. My uncle ran away from school, wanting to get home to his mom and dad, and sadly he didn't make it and died of exposure. When Gord Downey found out about my late Uncle Cheney's story, he wrote Secret Path, a series of poems that became an album, then a graphic novel, a documentary, and a concert. Gord met my family, and together we formed the Gord Downey and Cheney Winjack Fund. Together, we are sharing Secret Path and other reconciliation resources with legacy schools, setting up legacy spaces across Canada, and hosting events like Secret Path Week to inspire all Canadians to engage in reconciliation. Before he left us, Gord asked us all to do something.
You're gonna figure it out.
Will you join us? Together, we can make Canada a better place.
Join us for the new season of Ottawa Storytellers, right here on Rogers TV. Welcome back to the show. I thought before my next guest and I headed to the yacht club that perhaps we'd do a couple of segments together on home decor. Leanne Lacroix is back on the show from Leanne Lacroix and Associates, interior stylist and decorator. And I say that, we're joking before the show because our wonderful Leslie Ann Barrett, who by the way is part of our amazing mom makeover contest that we have going on, she looked at both of us and said, "You two look like you should be heading to a yacht club here."
Maybe we will.
Maybe we will after. Who knows? Hey, what are we talking about today, my friend?
Well, it's all about bringing your indoors out now.
Right.
So, you know, we're at spring. It's here. Whether, you know, what is it? Spring showers bring May flowers. So
Yep.
that's what I keep telling myself. It's all popping up. But it's really about how we're going to take these pieces. It's not so easy to make your backyard beautiful, casual, cohesive.
Right.
You know, all these words that we're using because now we're seeing the way backyards are styled. So we're doing a lot of patios, which are on the ground.
Right.
And we need to warm those spaces up. We still have decks. That's a very North American thing. We have these decks that we walk out onto. But a lot of design is bring them down onto the ground.
Yeah, which I prefer.
Yeah,
I really do. Even if it is a deck, you know, like a lower to the ground kind of idea for sure. I think the trick is, and you're going to talk about that, is continuing what you've done inside and bringing it to outside so it feels like a cohesive kind of unit, right? The two of them.
That's exactly it. It's just you're making that feeling. And you're using the space. I mean, we have this space outside. Sometimes you have a smaller space. It might be an apartment. It might be a condo. But you can still take that feeling. And that's what we're going to take from some visuals. It's like taking little snapshots of what you visually see and then implementing it into your space. So you don't have to have a large backyard or a large deck. You can have that little pocket and do something that feels a little bit more nurturing to go outside and take that time to go outside and have it cohesive, like we've said, from the style of what you have in your home and taking that out so there is a connection to it.
Right, and I'm glad you're saying that too, because you know sometimes we watch these. Listen, I'm addicted to them. I watch all these DIY shows. I just watched Rock the Block.
Yeah, I love that.
Right?
Yeah,
I mean, and then you see these spaces that they've created outside, and you think to yourself, "Oh man, I'm so jealous. I'd never be able to do that." But you can take the ideas and do it in an affordable way and in a smaller space, right?
I totally believe that. Like some of these pieces that are here, I've had personally for years and years and years. And some of those pieces I take in the winter time. So in those cooler months, if you like that style of decor that has a little bit more rustic or it has a little bit more character to it, it adds to the eclectic style that you have in your home. So there are interesting pieces that you can bring back in, but then again, you can take them out into the summer months and they work and they are really beautiful. And that's why today I've brought two of my favorites. One that you're gonna see in every store out there because the decor style right now, which is translating out into your backyard because of what's happening inside, is all your neutrals, your creamies, your grays, your blacks, and it's flooding the stores. You will see a little bit of color, because that's not the most popular way of decorating inside your house right now.
It kind of feels, Norwegian.
Yes, well, it is. It's very calm. It's a very tranquil way, and it's very traditional, but it can also go very contemporary. So it's really the elements that you're adding, the layering that you're adding, the lighting that you're adding. Again, it's the accessories, right? So you can stay very sleek and modern, or you can add those layers and just make it a little bit more family friendly. And those are some of the pieces that we'll talk about with the visuals.
Okay.
But I mean, the blue and white, to me, you can never go wrong with blue and white.
It's classic.
It is so classic.
This is what we've done at our house.
I'm
we
so
love the
happy
blue
you
and
say
white.
that.
And when it comes to the dishes and the vases and just, the smaller pieces around.
But you do that in a backyard, I guarantee you, bring some of your blue pieces in the back,
I never
and
thought of
it
that.
will just pop with the greens. It always looks elevated, always looks sophisticated, it always just looks pretty. Like no matter, and then you bring these pieces back in.
Right, yeah, exactly,
You just bring them
precisely.
back in.
Right.
So, and they mix very well with wicker because, again, like you said, it's classic. So these classic pieces, when you bring them back into your home and you mix them back in, you bring them outside, it just elevates your space if you're using maybe what you already have if you have teak. There's lots of teak over the years that people have been buying.
Yeah.
And that's a nice weathered wood. As we know, it all turns sort of silvery.
Yeah.
And you might look at that and go, oh, it looks rather worn or a little bit maybe old. But it's not. Just give it a nice clean up, maybe some teak oil.
Okay, yeah, of course, yeah.
And bring some blue. Put a nice mat, a nice rug down, some nice white cushions, and you've added maybe 2 or 3 things, and you've got a brand new space.
Yeah,
that
you're
looks
ready to roll.
spectacular.
Let's talk about what you brought over here.
Well, these are, again, you're going to see some of these pieces are mine. So these are my pieces, and I've brought them in my garden. They've been in my house, and they work really well. You'll see this. See, this is a citronelle candle. Look how beautiful that is. Once that candle's done, that vessel can be used to plant a plant in outside.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's very, very usable.
We're a throwaway society, right? And you buy something like that and you go, oh, well, the candle's done, and off it goes into the landfill.
And
that's a brilliant idea.
Yes, and that's what we have to think about it's an excellent point. We have to think about our furniture in our backyard now. Again, because we were talking about the white plastic furniture pieces, they were all throwaway. So if you invest a little bit more in the pieces that you have now, because it's all about outdoor living. That's what you're going to hear, the term you're going to hear a lot, because what's showing up now is sofas, armchairs, coffee tables, fireplaces, lighting. I mean, anything that you can think that dressed our living rooms and our kitchens are in our backyards now.
And you're right about the quality, because you can. I mean, don't be fooled if it's if it's cheap. It's like buying a barbecue. If it's incredibly cheap. It's cheap for a reason. It's going to be last 2 years and then it's gone, and then you're buying it again. Spend a little bit more money, have something that and you're going to like it more. Right?
Yes, and it's an investment. That we invested in our sofas in our house. We invested in our dining room suites. You have to invest in these pieces. Do your research. Really look into what you want, what you need for your family, how you're going to use your space. But that's really what you have to do, because it will be money well spent. But it is money. Some of this stuff.
Listen, I'm in a townhouse. I got a tiny backyard, and we've managed to fit a lot into that backyard, like a lot of different spaces. I've got like the outdoor little kitchen kind of area. I've got a dining area. I've got a shed back there, a little greenhouse kind of thing. You can do it. You just have to do a little bit of research. You're going to stick around for another segment, because we were talking about those pictures where we look at them and we go, oh, I can't do that. It's so grandiose. We're going to go through some of these pictures that Leanne has sent to us and tell you how you can bring some of those ideas into your outdoor space. We'll be back with Leanne right after this. We know how amazing moms are, and just in time for Mother's Day, here's an opportunity to tell us how great she is and make her eligible to receive an exclusive makeover package. Just send us a few sentences telling us why your mom is so special and why she deserves a free professional makeover. The winner will receive an incredible makeover prize pack consisting of makeup and hair care services courtesy of Bruno Racine's Salon and L.A. Barrett. They have both worked with some of the biggest stars in North America.
Join us as we bring you the top students vying to be the best spellers in the region. It's the 2024 Spelling Bee of Canada on Rogers TV.
Hi, I'm Sam LaPratt. I hope you join us for an hour to give right here on Rogers TV. We're going to talk about everything that is going to inspire you about this beautiful city.
With Rogers TV, you can cheer on the home team from the comfort of your living room. We'll head to the rink, the field, the court, or the pitch, so you don't have to. Tune in and cheer on your local amateur athletes on Rogers TV.
Watch Podium exclusively on Rogers TV.
Welcome back to the show. We are back with Leanne Lacroix talking about, just beautifying your outdoor space. And quite frankly, if you do it, you will spend more time out there, less time in front of the screen. Bring out some music. Most of us have, speakers that we can bring outside and just enjoy those beautiful moments. Because we got like 2 months really, right? Out of the year, 3.
That's so Canadian. We have so little time.
That's true, though.
We have to at least October.
Yeah, no, you're right. If you get enough comfortable, get like little blankets to yes, you're right.
We're almost half and half now. So when you do invest, like we were just talking about, get out there and be in the fresh air.
Yeah.
Relax, go hang out, and like you said, have music out there. And there's lots of repellents. There's not, and it's zappers. It's not as much things that we have to put on our body to, make us sick. But there's lots of ways that we can be outside now and really live in these living outdoor, outdoor living spaces.
I know, we don't have to be jealous about other countries who get to do it year-round. And you're right, actually. We can spend a lot more time. I say 2 months. You're right. It's more like 5 months where we can really take advantage of it. All right, you sent some pictures along. I'm going to ask our director, Dave. Dave, if you can start rolling some of those pictures through, and let's talk about that. You and I were just talking about water features in the break.
Water features. And they're so, again, this is so sort of old school style when you think about it, but it's so traditional. It's so beautiful. It's so in right now. I could not live without mine. I cannot wait to put mine and turn it on because it just adds that trickle. It's tranquil. It's calming. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And they're affordable now. They're everywhere.
Yeah, you're right. And that could be plastic, quite frankly, what we just saw, but it still looks real.
I think
what are we looking at here?
Okay, so these are outdoor showers, and they don't have to be. This is why I showed. It almost looks like a pallet.
Yeah.
Where you can be hooked up. You can buy them through lots of different companies. They can be simply done, but to add that to your backyard, even after gardening or just sitting outside if you're hot, I just think it's a fun thing to have.
We've got one at our cottage, and it's a game changer.
Oh, right?
Oh, listen. Sometimes I just shower like 3 times a day.
Exactly.
Why not? Yeah, just cool off. This is beautiful.
Well, it's sound. The sound of, birds are really beautiful. Those big, heavy-duty wind chimes, if you're living in smaller spaces, probably not so much.
Right.
But when you have these little trickling...
Yeah, this is delicate sounds,
very.
Right?
You can just, so I think having sound is another really pretty element to add into a backspace.
And it's a piece of art.
Oh, definitely.
Right?
There's so many pieces.
Now, this is the kind of thing I'm talking about, right? Where people see this and go, oh my God, listen, Leanne, I can't do this.
Yes.
What are you talking about? I'm living in a condo, or I'm living in an apartment building.
Well, in an apartment building, I could even say, have your doors open, add maybe a few little curtains, and have a nice chair with an ottoman that you can pull out, add a couple of plants. You don't have to just live in an apartment and just have cement. You can add elements.
Yeah.
But this is really about showing how your inside is out. Those doors, it's French doors now. It's folding doors. It's gliding doors. Here's the blue and white that I was talking to.
I love
so
it so
pretty,
much.
right?
Yeah.
It's so pretty.
Yeah.
And you have the traditional lattice. You add some blue and white, some material as far as your tablecloths, and it just adds elegance.
Some greenery too, right? I've noticed a lot of green just plants, right?
Oh, yeah.
You don't have to worry about, I need flowers or something. Plants last forever if you look after them,
especially that Victorian fern. Fabulous. Outdoor kitchens. Now, if you're...
my dream.
Oh, yeah. Well, al fresco is another big thing that we're doing right now. So if you already have that barbecue, maybe a pizza oven, which a lot of places you can purchase those, add a bar and kitchen. That's very big to the outdoor living. And again, you could capsulate this into a smaller little area, but it can be done.
It could be a quarter of that.
Yes.
So this is dining, right?
Outdoor dining. So this is an experience because you've got all your lighting, layered lighting. You have, again, the wicker. So this is what you're going to see all the natural, neutral tones. That's in our houses or outside. But it's really about going outside, spending time out there on the ground. See, it's a patio, not a deck. Again, this is just your kitchen that's incorporated into your eating area, and utilizing that with a pergola like you said you have.
Yeah.
You know, making that space really intimate and ambient with, I mean, just the elements that are there, lots of wood and wicker again. Again, just, you know, the wicker, the wood, the same style of reusing those pieces that you may have in your house and bringing them outside for the summer months. These are sort of designated areas.
Yeah,
so,
that's what I love doing. Again, you can do this in a small space.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Like this is more like very entertaining, but you have your fireplace, you have your kitchen area, you have your walk between in your area, maybe entertaining and socializing. This is the beginning stages. Now, once the planters have been added to the fireplace, but this is something again that can be done in your backyard. It's large paving stones. You're going to see that again. It's cohesive.
I feel
flooring.
Like I'm in Greece or Italy when you see that.
But this
you know?
could just be here.
For sure.
And here, this is just an oversized planter. Again, I brought one in on set to show you. These are pieces that you can purchase. And when they're used outside, they look fabulous. You can have two of them with a piece of wood on top. That can be just a table for outside. Bring it in. Oh, yeah,
of course.
That's something that can have a fern outside in the winter, in the summertime, and bring it in the winter.
Put some wine in there for friends and family coming over.
Reuse those pieces. And there again, there's the blue and white and the mixture of the wicker. Again, just elevates the space. So if you do have some of those pieces, or you want to start collecting, we've talked past.
Yes, you're right.
About collecting. So maybe you might want to get into the blue willow. Well, here we go. Here is the urns that have been used.
Oh, you've used it on each side and just a nice big thick piece of wood. I see.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that can be turned into a table outside. That could be even just one with a small piece of glass or a piece of wood for outside. And again, these are just garden pieces that you have over time that have sat outside, in and out. They get, you know, patina by...
Yeah, they get weathered, and it just looks like, exactly. And someone probably thinks, you know, oh, this was handed down from 3 generations. No, I got it at home.
Exactly.
And it's been outside for 4 years.
And that's how you get that character. So it can be done. These just
absolutely.
are little pieces that
you were talking about, the urn. You've got a big urn down there. You put a beautiful planter. And is it really?
So easy to pick up, easy to move. So if you want to put it in your garden shed or if you want to bring it into your house, these pieces, again, resin. Think about these orbs, you know, as accessories. You know, if you, like you said, if you don't want to do a plant, maybe just accessorize with a big orb. You can use some silk.
And look about what people are giving away for free. There's those, you know, free giveaway sites that people have. Like I got a cast iron planter that weighs like 200 pounds for free.
Oh yeah.
Like if you just keep looking out for it, and again, thrift shops and things
garage sales.
Absolutely.
The garage sales that are coming up.
It's coming up.
Oh, we should go garage.
Okay, we should. Okay, that's a date. We'll be back talking yoga. Pranashanti Yoga coming up after the break. We'll tell you what makes them unique and all the things they have to offer. We'll be right back after this.
Think it's okay to drive high? Think again. Drug-impaired driving is as illegal as drunk driving, and in Ontario, the penalties are the same. If police suspect you're driving under the influence of drugs of any kind, or a combination of drugs and alcohol, and you fail a roadside test, your license will be suspended immediately for up to 30 days. You'll pay a penalty of $198. And you can be charged with a criminal offense of impaired driving, the same as alcohol. Driving high is never okay.
I'm a singer-songwriter from Six Nations, and I've been writing songs about my experience, and with that being said, it's helped me hold hope in my heart in following my dreams and being resilient to everyday Indigenous battles. Competition between spirit, earth, and wind, let me tell you now. This song in particular, The Shiner, is a special song that I wrote for my grandfather. He was a snow snake maker, and that is a Haudenosaunee winter sport. It's my job to educate and to share, and the music allows me to do that. He'll be shining snow snakes and mudcats to the end of his days.
Rogers presents the 2024 East Coast Music Awards, live from Charlottetown Thursday, May 2nd, starting with the red carpet at 6 p.m., followed by the awards show at 7. The East Coast Music Awards on Rogers TV.
Join us for season 4 of Simply Cooking by Chef, Sunday nights at 8 o'clock, right here on Rogers TV.
Welcome back to the show. I was just telling my next 2 guests, thank goodness I had my wife in my life to prompt me and prod me to do new things, such as yoga, something that I hadn't done before. And if you're looking for a great place to introduce yourself to yoga, Pranashanti Yoga Center is an amazing place. Carmen and Anastasia are here to tell me more about it. Welcome.
Yes,
great to have you both. You're the manager there, right,
yes,
Carmen? And you're a teacher, you're an instructor there,
yeah.
Anastasia. Let's talk about Pranashanti. What makes you unique, would you say, compared to some of the other studios?
Yeah, so I think something that Pranashanti gives off is a very open, welcoming vibe. So the second you walk in, you know, your shoulders drop, you got a cup of tea waiting for you, you take a deep breath, and we have something for everyone. So we have like the power classes, we have meditation classes, we have, you know, a little more slower paced restorative classes. So whatever you're looking for, like there's something for you, all bodies, everybody's welcome.
Anastasia, let's talk yoga in general. I mean, we've seen a huge growth, right, in popularity, and for good reason. What are some of the benefits of yoga?
For me personally, yoga is good for the mind. It brings you into a state of presence where when things get super hectic in life, you can actually step out of it and see what's really going on. So I like to say I do hard things on my mat so I can step off and do the hard things in life. That, and of course you have your physical benefits of flexibility and joint mobility and strength and just overall feeling stronger in your body as you move through the day.
Carmen, you've got some exciting news with summer coming up, right? So there's some great deals. Let's talk about that to start here.
So we have our Summertime Fun Savings promotion, which is if you buy a 10-class package, you get 5 classes for free. And if you buy a 20-class package, you get 10 classes for free. And those classes can be used between August 1st and 31st. So essentially you get August free.
Nice.
For yoga. Yeah, so it's pretty good saving.
Some other fun things, and I think this is a great introduction to yoga, is at the Parkdale Market. You have some free community yoga that you bring, right?
Yes, so that starts July 7th. Anastasia will be there teaching some of those as well. And it goes until September 15th. So far, it might go a little more, weather dependent.
Okay.
And you can bring the family, you can bring pets. There's a park there. There's obviously the market. You can go get some yummy treats after. And it's just a great way to introduce yourself. It's completely free, open to anyone in the community.
And you teach yoga, yoga instructors, is that right?
Yeah, so we do teacher training at our education center, which is at 45 Eccles. And it's a 200-hour teacher training program open to anyone who wants their 200-hour certification or who want to just expand their knowledge and practice of yoga.
Wonderful. Let's do some yoga. I mean, we can continue, but let's do a little bit here today. Yeah. Okay.
So in yoga, spring is typically a time for rejuvenation and awakening, and our yoga practice is a wonderful way to tap into that energy of awakening and renewal and new beginnings.
Right.
So here's a little flow. We're going to start at the top of the mat in mountain pose Tadasana. Feet are about hips width distance.
Okay.
Okay, you're going to lift all the toes, and then one by one, starting with the pinky, lower your toes to the floor. This is called piano toes. You can really spread them.
Wow, that's not easy.
I got great yogi toes. Good. Now, take a seat into your chair pose and reach your arms up as you find Utkatasana, chair pose. And let's bring the hands to the heart. Now, we're going to shift our weight into the right foot and start to lift your left heel off the floor. Got a little balancing here. See if you can start to lift the left foot off the floor.
Oh, she's challenging us, Carmen.
If you fall, it means you're trying. Now, see if you can extend that leg fully forward.
Oh my gosh.
Good. You guys are doing it.
I'm glad I'm not alone, Carmen.
Good. Now, let's start to send that foot back, and we're going to step it all the way back with control and lower the back knee to the ground. Good. So to activate our solar plexus chakra, we're going to take a little twist to the right side, and then hook your left elbow on your right knee.
Ooh, that's a little crack.
Hands at the heart.
That's a good sign, Carmen. That's what they tell me.
Good. Now look down for stability and lift your left knee off the floor as much as your body allows you. Good. A little wobbly here.
One more breath in. And now as you exhale, release the left knee back to the floor. We're gonna come through center, reach your arms up, almost there. Open through the chest as you find your low lunge. And now interlace your hands behind your back.
Okay.
Pull the knuckles down as you reach your heart up to the sky. Lift the chin. Yes, so this is a nice heart opener to open our hearts to the new beginnings that come with springtime. One more breath here. Look up. Now, as you exhale, release the hands down. Bring your hands to frame your front foot. Lift your left knee off the floor. We're going to step forward to find our forward fold. Okay. Press your hands on the shin. Inhale, lift your chest out of the Uttanasana, halfway lift. And then exhale, forward fold. You can bend your knees slightly.
I sure hope so.
Inhale, come all the way to standing. Reach your arms up overhead. Look up. And then exhale, release your arms by your side, back into mountain pose. Now, we could do this on the other side to even it out if we have time.
Yeah, no, we have time.
Perfect.
Yeah, let's do it. This is great.
Shifting the weight to the left foot then. Let's go. And find your chair pose, hands at the heart.
Okay.
Good. Now start to come up onto your right toes. Good.
Oh, yeah, right.
And then, one side might be a little bit more wobbly. Good. And then lift your right foot off the floor.
Okay.
Good. Now extend the right foot forward. Hold it. Very nice. Now let's send it all the way back.
Oh boy.
Good. Step it down. Lower the knee to the floor. We twist to the left side.
Oh, yeah.
Twist, twist, twist. And let's hook that elbow on the left knee. Maybe little cracks here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good. Now lift the right knee off the ground.
Okay.
And let's see if we can maybe lift the gaze even higher this time on this side, looking up to the sky. Good. One more breath in. Oh, boy. As you exhale, look down for stability and lower your right knee to the floor.
We have just 30 seconds left,
Good.
so I just want to jump back to Carmen. And if anyone wants to, try out yoga, they want to join, what's the best place to go, Carmen?
Come to 950 Gladstone, Pranashanti. We have yoga, but if you want to learn how to be a teacher, we have our Hatha Yoga teacher training at 45 Eccles Street at our education center. And then we also have massage and a bunch of other stuff.
Wellness appointment, you can do a full wellness appointment,
we have a boutique,
right?
Come shopping, anything you want, really.
Okay, you guys got to come back. That felt amazing.
100%.
I loved it. Hey, we'll be back with more right after this. Look, Arthur, our volunteer coordinator.
Yay.
He's joining us right away. Oh, that felt good. Oh, yeah, that was good. We know how amazing moms are, and just in time for Mother's Day, here's an opportunity to tell us how great she is and make her eligible to receive an exclusive makeover package. Just send us a few sentences telling us why your mom is so special and why she deserves a free professional makeover. The winner will receive an incredible makeover prize pack consisting of makeup and hair care services courtesy of Bruno Racine's Salon and L.A. Barrett. They have both worked with some of the biggest stars in North America.
Hi, I'm Sam LaPratte. I hope you join us next time on Ottawa Business Matters. You're going to meet lots of great business leaders, including Mark Plante from Stray Dog Brewery. Join us then.
Public transit, garbage pickup, parks and recreation programs, snow removal on your street. How can you stay informed about these and other important local services? Tune to City Council coverage on Rogers TV. See your community leaders at work on Rogers TV City Council coverage.
Bless you.
Learn all about the creation of the National Capital Region on The History of Ottawa, according to Phil Jenkins, on Rogers TV.
You're watching an interesting local show on Rogers TV and you want to know more. That's when you head to rogerstv.com. Our website provides more information about our programs, our hosts, our schedule, and about how you too can get involved with Rogers TV. Visit us online at rogerstv.com.
I feel so relaxed now. That was great. What a great show. And we continue this great show because we're talking music. We have so many wonderful artists, and we get to showcase those artists in different festivals. The Ottawa Grassroots Festival, I consider it actually kicking off festival season. It's coming up April 25th to the 28th. Here to tell us all about it, I'm joined by Allison Bowie, the producer of the festival. Welcome, Allison. Great to have you here.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
And one of the wonderful, talented performers, Jessica Pearson, joins me. Singer, songwriter, musician. You do it all. Welcome, Jessica.
Oh,
Great
thank you so much.
Allison, what, 12 years in now?
It
You're
is,
celebrating
yes.
year number 12. Let's talk about the history behind, this festival.
Well, it was created in 2012 by a man called Bob Nesbitt and a bunch of community volunteers. Bob sadly passed away a few years back, but yeah, so we've been going strong since then, and it's very community oriented and also run basically by volunteers.
Okay. All right. Looks like my mic went out. Welcome to live television. So I was miming it to start. It's my mic back. Okay. Well, let me just put it there, and we'll see if it works out. Hey, Ryan, good to see you. That's our wonderful volunteer floor director, Ryan, right there. And I mean, we get to highlight some just incredible artists. Let's talk about some of the headliners that you have coming up this year, Allison.
Okay, Thursday night we open with Lynn Miles and the Tumbleweeds. They're already sold out. So they're unfortunately,
not surprised.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Yeah.
And Friday night we have Rory Talon. Yeah, Talon?
Yeah,
I always pronounce it wrong.
Yeah.
We'll be opening with Charlie Acourt as the headliner, and then Saturday night we have Connie Caldor and Jessica Pearson in the East Wind. So
very nice.
An amazing lineup of headliners, and we're very excited.
Jessica, tell our viewers a little bit about yourself if they're not familiar with you. Tell us about sort of your musical journey to date.
Yeah, of course. I've been doing music kind of my whole life, but I've been doing Jessica Pearson and the East Wind for about 8 years now. We are a folk Americana trio, all females, a lot of three-part harmonies, a lot of storytelling, and yeah, we just have a lot of fun.
Well, let's give everyone home a little bit of a taste, because you're kind enough to send a video along, and this is a song called Row by Jessica Pearson and the East Wind. Have a listen.
There's a message in the pounding of your chest, sending you a warning, beating out an SOS. It's trying to tell you troubled waters up ahead. You can sense it in the wind, an undertone of dread. One way to stay alive, one choice to survive. Row, 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 put your paddle in and row. When you get to the rapids, you can't let it take control. Go, 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 there's no holding on to hope. Only you decide the outcome, so put your paddle in and row.
Well, okay, first of all, as you said, amazing vocals, great harmonies. But we were all, like, Alice and I are looking at it like, how did you get up there?
Oh
Like,
my gosh.
tell me about shooting that video. I'm afraid of heights. Like, I mean, I have a real fear. Tell me about shooting that.
I am definitely the person who, like, if I'm on, like, an edge of a cliff, like, I'm going to the edge and I'm going to look over.
Really?
Yeah. Because there's a part of me that, like, is scared. Like, my whole stomach, like, freezes. But I'm like, Jessica, you will never be afraid of this. Look over the edge.
Good for you.
But for that part, we had to climb this hill. And when you're looking at it from afar, you're like, it's not bad.
Yeah.
But it's all rock. And it's, like, lava rock. So it's not easy. And we're in heels climbing this. And it's, like, windy. Like, if you've ever been, we filmed it in Iceland, which was amazing.
Oh, wow.
Yes, with Lone Oak Cinema, who's actually a local Ottawa director.
Okay.
Cool. And that video is actually up for a Capital Music Award.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's amazing.
But we filmed it in Iceland, and we were like, oh, it'd be so beautiful on this cliff. But you have birds that you're dodging, and like the wind, it's like hitting you. So it's freezing cold.
In the video.
It's going, and you're like climbing up a rock. So basically, like we get in a position.
Halfway through, sorry to cut you, but halfway through in heels, did you not go, we did not make the proper footwear decision for this video?
Right? I would have fallen.
But we look good. And that's what counts.
Fair enough.
I get it now.
Fair
Right? We look
enough.
good.
I stand corrected. You.
But honestly, once you get there, you kind of dig your heels in a position, and you're like, I'm never moving my legs, and it's all upper body work from there. So it helps.
Oh, I love it. Absolutely love it. You've got so 2 venues. You've added a new venue this year. Is that right?
Yes, we had a little blip with our old venue, so we were very lucky to get the First Unitarian Congregation of Ottawa.
Excellent.
And also Irene's Pub, which we've always done a bit of the programming at Irene's. They're a really good partner of ours. So yeah, and they're wonderful, and everybody knows Irene's Pub. So, but we're very excited about the new the congregation as well, because it's very well known and it's a really beautiful layout.
Nice.
Yeah.
Should mention too, the day performances are free. Is that right? The workshops
all free, 100%. Saturday and Sunday. So free entry. You can see there's tons of performances and workshops, and it's for all ages. Family welcome.
I love it. And then of course you can get tickets online. Hey, there's all the information right there. Ottawa Grassroots Festival, April 25th to 23rd, at both of those fantastic locations. Get your tickets online because, as Allison said, Lynn Miles is already sold out. So the rest of the shows will sell out. We'll be back to wrap things up right after this.
Join us for the new season of Ottawa Storytellers, right here on Rogers TV.
Join us as we bring you the top students vying to be the best spellers in the region. It's the 2024 Spelling Bee of Canada on Rogers TV.
I'm Sam LaPratte. I hope you join us for an hour to give right here on Rogers TV. We're going to talk about everything that is going to inspire you about this beautiful city.
Welcome back. I mentioned off the top of the show, we have this amazing mom makeover contest going on right now. The deadline is May 5th at midnight. Here are all the details.
We know how amazing moms are, and just in time for Mother's Day, here's an opportunity to tell us how great she is and make her eligible to receive an exclusive makeover package. Just send us a few sentences telling us why your mom is so special and why she deserves a free professional makeover. The winner will receive an incredible makeover prize pack consisting of makeup and hair care services courtesy of Bruno Racine's Salon and L.A. Barrett. They have both worked with some of the biggest stars in North America.
The website right there again, rogerstv.com/amazing mom. Make sure you get your mom into this contest because the prize pack is absolutely amazing. I want to mention again, happy National Volunteer Week. I said off the top, and we showed some of our fantastic volunteers. We had an appreciation night the other day, just how much they mean to us because they're part of everything that we do here at Rogers TV. And to all of you that volunteer in the community, can't thank you enough for everything and all the hours that you do. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Connect with us by visiting our website or email us at comments@rogerstv.com.
Ottawa, it's the national capital of Canada. But how much do you know about the city's history? This is Phil Jenkins. Join me as I take you on a journey through Bytown's beginnings, Ottawa's crowning as capital, amalgamation, and its becoming a city of 1 million citizens. Watch The History of Ottawa, according to Phil Jenkins, exclusively on Rogers TV.
Hi, I'm Sam LaPratte. I hope you join us for an hour to give right here on Rogers TV. We're going to talk about everything that is going to inspire you about this beautiful city. This is Phil Jenkins. Join me as I take you on a journey through Bytown's beginnings, Ottawa's crowning as capital, amalgamation, and its becoming a city of 1 million citizens. Watch The History of Ottawa, according to Phil Jenkins, exclusively on Rogers TV.
We know how amazing